This is Lola Lee T. Hi everyone, welcome to 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days, Season 5, Episode 11, Recap and Review. Well, Caleb and Alina are no longer cast members, so this week's episode focused on the remaining 5 couples. Let's talk about Ben and Mahogany because we all know it. They are the star of the show. And I gotta say, Ben is acting creepy and pushy. I'm almost a little worried for Mahogany, honestly. They had lunch together, and of course, he wants to meet her parents. I'm no dating expert, but meeting someone for the first time after 3 months of dating should start with lighter topics, not "Do you love me?" And Ben really wanted to meet Mahogany's parents, but wait, it's only day number 2, and he already wants to meet them. Mahogany's face here, she's thinking, where do I take this guy on such short notice? I can't take him to my real apartment because, well, we all know things are not adding up, allegedly. So I think allegedly TLC found Mahogany a fake apartment. She tried to pass off this Airbnb as her home. She looks super awkward in the apartment. There is no way that this particular single woman lives in this apartment. Mahogany gave a tour of her Airbnb, acting like she lives there, a decorative surfboard, a few English games on empty shelves, bunk beds in a guest bedroom, and not a darn product in her bathroom or a personal item in her room. TLC needs to stop. If I was Ben, I would have looked through every cupboard in that bathroom. And it looks to me that Ben is not in on what's going on here. I don't think he's been included in the shenanigans here. Ben finally met Mahogany's parents. It was a super cringy scene. Ben found out that Mahogany didn't live with her parents. He found out during the house tour. And you know what? I believe Ben. She did tell him that she lived with her parents. I don't know how he could have misunderstood that. How could that have been lost in translation? That makes no sense. And why did Ben seem so surprised that she didn't live with her parents? Also, she lied about her age. Ben thought she was 24, but her mom said she was 22. Well, I mean, there isn't much of a difference between 24 and 22, but Ben seems to think this is a problem. Personally, I don't think a 52-year-old man should be dating a 22-year-old or a 24-year-old for that matter, but that's just my opinion. This girl, Mahogany, has not been truthful. She was not truthful about her looks, her age, her real apartment, who she lives with, who she really is. This is all just weird. What is going on here? And for those of you that are wondering if these two are still together, apparently they were seen together at the mall by a Reddit user. Apparently, this person saw them at a mall in Peru. And I'm not sure when this all went down, but here are the pictures. And I did see this on Reddit. And just looking at those pictures, that is definitely Ben and Mahogany. So who else thinks that Ben's story was added because Caleb and Alina were fired? Let's move on to Gino and Jasmine. Oh my God. I have to talk about the fingernails. Let's talk about the fingernail scene. It's giving me Silence of the Lambs. I'm thinking to myself, a fingernail, Gino? Really? Apparently he wanted to have something of Jasmine in case they broke up. He even went outside and got the toothbrush Jasmine threw away when she was furious with him. And I guess that's still okay because I'm thinking about this dirty toothbrush. Well, I guess she can just replace the head, right? Yep, Gino out here saving body parts of Jasmine's body. I mean, fingernails to be specific. Jasmine, you better run. So Gino and Jasmine left their Panamanian island vacation. I guess a vacation within a vacation. They left the day early because of all the drama. And they went back to Panama City before going to Jasmine's home province. These two are doing a lot of traveling. Jasmine was really nervous to introduce Gino to her mom, and she even told him what not to say. She said her mom's opinion is super important to her. So if her mom doesn't approve of Gino, it's going to be a problem. But I don't think that she'll break up with him because, girl, Gino showed her nudes to his ex and Jasmine forgave him. And I mean, that was the lowest of the low. I was surprised to see that Gino was allowed to take some time away from Jasmine to go out and do some shopping. He purchased a cheap wedding ring for her. And then later he met up with her. All that I was thinking was Jasmine is going to be pissed when she finds out that he only spent $270 on this engagement, wedding ring, whatever, when he usually spends like $250 on his sugar babies. So, I mean, come on now, Gino. You spend $250 on your sugar babies, and this is for a night, I guess, or a date or a dinner or whatever. But yet you only spend $270 on a ring that is supposed to be very special. So I know that Jasmine is going to be pissed. She's going to go ballistic. $270 is a cheap ring, I gotta say. But he's a keeper, Jasmine. No Christmas gift for you. Here's a toothbrush, a $270 engagement ring. He sends your nude pics to his ex. Never takes his hat off. Look forward to more awkward fingernail conversations. You lucked out, Jasmine. That's one quality man you got there. Good luck impressing her mom, Gino. You better take that hat off. Hamza told Memphis he didn't want to rush into marriage. He also said he was afraid of her. Yikes. Hamza told Memphis he wanted to move slower, which got Memphis really, really mad. So for some strange reason, she chose this opportunity to tell him that she slept at her ex-husband's house at the beginning of the relationship. It was only for support. Support? And I'm not going to lie, I was thinking to myself, what kind of support? And of course, Hamza got mad, rightfully so. Hamza's mom and Memphis, well, they all sat down in the living room to talk about the issues. Then Memphis abruptly took Hamza into the bedroom. She removed their mics to privately tell Hamza why she did what she did. Memphis told Hamza she was in a really dark place. Actually, she described what seemed to me like a breakdown. It happened because she failed her nurse's tests. She was a mess and couldn't take care of herself. And this is very believable. It happens. Many college and university students go through this. It can be very devastating because you think that you're never going to pass. You think that it's the end of the world. And hearing all of that, well, I really felt a lot of compassion for Memphis. And the way Hamza handled it, it really showed what a good guy he was. He seemed to have a lot of sympathy for Memphis and what she went through. So Hamza understood and told her he would marry her and sign that prenup. But I still want to know, why is Memphis so hell-bent on marrying Hamza? So fast. Anyway, girl, why do you have to marry him during this visit? Why not take this first trip as an opportunity to get to know each other? Everything has to be super fast. And there is a rumor floating around that these two have a baby together, allegedly. And I did upload a video about this subject. You guys can go check that out. Link in the description. And as for that prenup, I don't know if Memphis realizes, but it doesn't matter if he signs it, because once he comes to America, she has to take care of him for 10 years. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that is my understanding. So who is going to tell Memphis? Ximena was annoyed with Mike from the moment she woke up, and the day went from bad to very bad. Anyway, because her sister and her mom were not available, Ximena and Mike went wedding dress shopping, and she was not one bit excited. She kind of acted like she didn't really want him to be there. And when she was done trying on dresses, she gave Mike an ultimatum: pay for her breast augmentation surgery or the wedding was off. And all that I was thinking to myself was, Mike, please go home. She is using you, allegedly. This is ridiculous. So later that night, things got really brutal. I felt so bad for Mike. He asked her if they were going to get intimate during this visit. And I felt like saying, Mike, don't ask her anything about that. That's what I was yelling to my TV. But Ximena said she had no intentions of being intimate with him and she wanted him to sleep in the other room. She said some really mean things to him. She told him she wasn't in love with him, but she still wanted him to pay for her surgery. She also told him that she thought he was weird. Just absolutely brutal and absolutely cruel. So Mike apologizes to her. I do not know why he's apologizing to her. I was yelling at my TV saying, don't apologize. She's using you, allegedly. I was saying, cut her off financially, return all the furniture. Ximena is not coming off as a nice person on this show. Mike should have said to her, I pay for all this ish, and you're telling me to go in another room to sleep? This guy is just too nice. Some advice for Mike. Look, you're not her type. Her ex was a hitman, and the other guy was a drug dealer. I think one of them has even done some time. You're not paying for her boobies, so she's done with you. You are a human ATM machine to her, allegedly. So go home, find yourself a girl that appreciates you. Oh, my heart goes out to Mike. And I hope that his DMs are getting filled with single girls that can treat him right and that are not going to use him. That's what I'm hoping for Mike, because he seems like such a genuinely nice guy. finally succeeded. Uzman gave in and was intimate with her. Apparently, they were intimate 4 times. I don't know if I believe that though. So Kim and Uzman woke up as girlfriend and boyfriend. She is no longer his potential. And later that day, they went on a spice tour. I really love the lady that was given the spice tour. She was super shady. I was laughing so much during that scene. And I don't even think that Uzman and Kim caught on to the shade. Kim was too busy lusting after Uzman. And what is this talk of African intimacy versus American intimacy? So they had a great time during the spice tour, but then Uzman shared with production that he had a secret he needed to tell Kim about his song Zara being about his ex-girlfriend. He wanted Kim to find out from him and not the internet. And we saw a scene where he began to tell her the truth and she was actually going ballistic. What is this that I'm seeing online about Uzman choosing Kim over Zara? What is that about? I guess we're going to have to wait until next week to find out what's going on, how Kim really reacted to the news about Zara and the song. I cannot wait to find out the details about how she feels about the news. And I also cannot wait to find out more about Ben and Mahogany. What's going on with that? As for Johnny and Ella, they didn't show them this week, but you know what? I'm super bored with that storyline. So let me know your thoughts. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And go look for me on Instagram and Twitter. Just search for Lola Lee T. I love you guys. Bye.